we are back working on our flat tire. If I would have read more books in high school, maybe my future would be different. Okay, we are back working on our flat tire. It's been a couple days. I had to bring up a bead breaker because the other side, you can see this side is off the bead, the other side is still on the bead, and we got to try and get that off. So we're going to see how this goes, but it'll be an education. This is the first time I've ever had one blow on an empty trailer, but we're going to try this. Alrighty, well, I'm still kind of laughing to myself because I have never brought a bead breaker to a job site. Today, I did. We had to get that bead broke on that tire so we can get the tire off. And I'm just laughing to myself because who pulls tire bars out of a semi-cab on a job site? Me. That's who. But here's a cool thing. So this tire blew on me the other night, and I've never blown. I was actually going up to a facility, and I've never had a tire blow on an empty trailer before. Usually they're loaded. Usually they're in the field when they go, and pretty safe spot. This one let go on the freeway, but it was midnight, and there's no cars around me, so it worked out pretty good. And you can tell there's definitely a couple chunks missing out of it. I tried earlier in the week to get it off, or to get the tire off, and so I could get the trailer home. And I needed to bring up the bead breaker because that back bead was still on the rim and I couldn't get it off with just the tire bars. And so today I got bead breaker here and I got tire bars, and now we got the bead broke on both sides, and I'm going to start pulling this tire off, and it shouldn't be too bad. From here on out it should be pretty simple, but I've learned don't ever say that because you might regret those words. So we'll just see how this goes. All right, here we go. All right, well, we're doing pretty good. Step one, break the bead. Step two, back the trailer up on a wood block so we got a little bit of clearance for that tire so it's not dragging on the ground. Step three, we got the first sidewall over the rim, and now we got to go after the last sidewall. And it's kind of cool, one, seeing the carnage, and kind of cool, two, just seeing the tire kind of halfway off the rim. You kind of get to see how big of an area that is and how much air it takes to fill those. Kind of, yeah, just kind of different. I'm gonna turn around now and try to get that back lip off and that back sidewall off, and that one's gonna be a little tougher, but I think nice hot day like this, it should be pretty good. It should be pretty flexible, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. All right, not too bad, huh? Kind of cool actually just seeing it like that with just the rim bolted up to the dual. It's gonna look a little goofy to going down the road, but I'm kind of used to that. We're always doing little different things around here. Whatever it takes to get the job done, right? The last couple weeks here, the channel has taken a drastic shift thanks to the plug Don and Tom gave me. Instead of a guy channel to predominantly females watching this. And so if you know me, I'm an equal opportunity offender, and which means I like making fun of everybody. For our female viewers out there, I am gonna give you a little ammunition back at the opposite sex. If you ever hear anyone brag about changing semi-tires, I can tell you right off the bat, they haven't changed that many of them, because anyone that actually does this crap right here hates it and doesn't brag about it. I hear it all the time from friends, well, I changed 18 semi-tires. I don't even think I've changed 18 semi-tires in one day. I think my record was 10, and trust me, it was a butt kicker. So many times throughout the year, I'm like, I should keep track of how many tires I change. And then back-to-back years, I got to about 40 tires, and it just saddened me so much. I didn't want to keep going with the game. I was just like, no, I'm done. I think to myself, if I would have read more books in high school, maybe I wouldn't be here today, right? That's a joke. Don't worry. It's meant to be funny. You got to have a sense of humor with it, right? You got to have fun. Otherwise, it just drives you crazy. But no, we just got the tire off. Everything is going really, really good. It actually came off better than what I thought it was going to. And so I'm going to just get everything packed up now, and we're going to hit the road. Usually, if we're close to the shop and a tire will go, we'll just pull off kind of on the side of the road, throw the four-way flashers on, and just try to get back to the shop. in this case, I'm 6 miles from downtown Minneapolis. It's about 25 miles back to the shop. And I know what happens when you drive, when the tire's disintegrated like this, the more you drive it, the more you drive on it, the more the tire breaks up, the more little chunks of rubber come flying off. And especially this one being the tire, you know, being the left-hand side, knowing it's going to be in the center of the road and knowing we're just this far away from home, I didn't want to drive it. And so that's why I took it off, just so that tire can't break apart more going down the road. But yeah, so like I said, never had to do this on an empty trailer before, but pretty cool. And I shouldn't say that. The trailer has about 10%, 10 to 15%, maybe not quite 20% of the load in it, but it's going to be super light and safe to drive home like this. But like I said, the fear was if we drove on that tire right there, it would have just kept breaking apart and throwing rubber chunks out at people, and didn't want that. I'm gonna get packed up and we'll get out of here. Well, actually everything's working out really good today. The one plant operator had a little free time, so he helped me throw the tire in the trailer, and we are headed back to the farm. Might look a little weird going down the road, but I'm just happy it's headed back to the farm. It might look a little weird going down the road without a tire on that rim, but I am just happy we're headed back to the farm, headed back to the shop. So I'm gonna hit the road. Everything today took a little longer than expected. I'm gonna hit rush hour traffic on the way home tonight, but again, more just kind of greater good. Just happy it's all going in the right direction. Well, we made it home safe and sound, and just a nice feeling being back in the yard. All right, well, it's the next day, and we're gonna throw a tire on that real quick so I can get it to the field and dump it. Kind of funny. So last night was pretty cool. Adam was actually leaving his real job, or his day job, and called me on the way home, and he's like, are you coming down 35 with a tire not on the trailer? And I'm like, yeah, I had one blow. And so he actually filmed just a little bit of it, but it was kind of cool. It's kind of neat, and just something totally different. So I got proof. I'm a guy that'll drive a end dump with a rim attached without a tire on it down the freeway. Hey, we got it done, you know, got home safe, and that's all that matters. So I'm gonna back this trailer in front of the shop, and then I'm gonna start putting that tire on, and we should be in good shape. Beautiful day. We got a little shot of rain earlier this morning, and it's just been a beautiful, beautiful morning. Now cruising into afternoon. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's not humid. It's just like perfect outside. Back to work. All right, well, good news, we got it on. So whenever you're mounting them on a trailer, it's not the same as when they're laying on the ground. When I was trying to put the tire on, the way the rim was on the tire, or the way the rim was on the trailer, You can't really pry from the top or the bottom because the bars either hit the ground or the box, so you're kind of pulling off to the side in kind of a weird angle. But I got it, and that's a nice feeling. If you hear the air hissing right now, so what you do once you get them mounted, if you heard the big blast, that was from the Cheetah there, or the air tank. What you do is you use that, you get it to first take air, seal up all the sidewalls, and then you put about 30-35 pounds in them, and then you take the air hose off, take the valve stem off, and then let all the air go out, and that's what you're hearing right now. That way the tire kind of relaxes. And now I'm gonna put the valve stem back in, air it up, we should be good to go. And yeah, so there is a little bit of a science behind changing tires, but I don't know, changed so many. Like I was telling you yesterday, nobody brags about changing tires. And if they do, that's a sign they haven't changed enough of them. You're good.